What's up, high levelers and Funnel Doc fam? Today, I'm super excited about today's video. It's a new series we're starting. If you love the Voice AI series, this is going to be the same thing for chat within high level for conversational AI. We're going to be doing a part one, a part two, maybe a part three. It might not be as in depth because, to be honest with you, when I really deep dive and broke all this down, it's just not as advanced in some of the stuff it can do as the voice high level AI can do. I know they're going to be improving this over time. This is skateboard model. It's been getting better and better. I'm part of the beta test group and I'm part of the dev group and focus group and all that stuff. So I have a lot of insight and I know what's up the pipeline. You're going to love it. But for right now, we're going to max out its capabilities of what it can do. With that being said, it took forever for me to get this prompt down. I just couldn't get it to role play. It would kept giving like examples of what the role play would be like. It'd be like, hey, this is what it'd be like, and you would say this, and I'd say that, and it wouldn't actually role play. So with that being said, this new prompt link down in the description for that. Check it out. Do not change it at all. I'm going to be altering it and stuff, but I found just even little changes in it will make it not work. So don't change it right now. Maybe some of the nuanced stuff like the names or stuff like that if you're worried about where it's at. Because again, in this one you can use custom values. So most of the places you can use, unlike voice AI, you can use custom values. I've used custom values in the prompt. So that way you just make sure the custom values are added to it and it works perfect. And this one you'll really like. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and demo it. Then I'm going to jump into how to set it all up, show you the prompt, get everything going. Tomorrow we're going to jump into the workflows to make everything happen. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and just do a little review of the conversation that I had here. You'll see I'm hello, and I'm going to quickly go through this. You can sort of read it all. I'm going to sort of skim it so that we're not spending the whole time with it. Here it is asking about it. It says, hi, I'm your personal AI chat agent here to guide you today to show you how our AI services can help your business thrive. Let's get started. First, can I get your name? So it's like name, what's your phone number, what's your email, etc. And those are really important. Realize you do not need to use custom field spots for that. The voice almost, I think it's every platform. I'm not sure about WhatsApp because it's new, so don't quote me on WhatsApp. But all the rest of the platforms, chat, SMS, Facebook, Instagram, those will all, I'm not sure about LinkedIn, so don't quote me on that one, but I know the rest of them will all dynamically pull in name, email, and address. And if there's not a contact related to either the name or the email address, they will make one. Realize inside a high level, the way it tracks people is not by their name, it's by their email or their actual phone number. And that's why it's important. And that's why we're asking it in here. So then it asks, sure, great. Can you tell me what your biggest roadblock is? Sure, I'm going to get some more leads. Now, you notice it's sort of messed up here a little bit. It really didn't. It's like to help you get more leads, our voice AI only. And I wanted to know, I was like, well, why did it do that? And then what I did, because this is in actually my main account, you'll see over here my Funnel Doc AI account. I forgot that I had these. These are uploaded knowledge base that I uploaded for my other chat bot that I'm using to answer questions about AI that sells itself. So it's sort of pulling from that. And when I originally uploaded these and made it originally, I forgot about it. We only had voice, we didn't have chat then like we do now. So that's why it's answering that. And the way that you know it does that, if you look right here, you can see the little AI symbol. If you push that, it will show you the prompt, the personality, and all that. But you'll see down here, it shows you the knowledge base that it pulled from and what it pulled from that. Where you see if I go to this guy, you'll see it just shows prompt. There is no knowledge base and personality. So the next thing is it's like it asked me it says let's see, you okay, it says like, would you like to role play? I say yes, excellent, let's dive in a role play. Would there be a type of business you have? I say they have a hair salon. Perfect for a hair salon candidate for your AI. Could you tell me the name of your business? So I tell them name of business. Perfect. Let's role play. Let's see. And then it says perfect. Let's brief role play to show you how I would assist you. If I were integrated into Jeff's Big Hair was the name of this song. I said, are you ready to try it out? I said, yes. Then they switch over. Hi, welcome to Jeff's Big Hair Salon. I hope you're interested in getting a new hairstyle. How can I assist you today? And I sort of played off script a little bit. It's like I wanted to know what are the coolest looks, just to see what it said. And it came in. It's like the most coolest. The new looks this season are the modern shag, textured bob, and lived in layers. They add volume and ease to maintain. Would you like to book an appointment? And again, this is it could have been the MMA gym like I did in the voice. It could have been anything. I just totally played this off the cuff. You'll see when you demo it. You'll see what I'm talking about. If you've seen the voice, you know what it does. Who do you have in staff that I asked then? Do you have could do these hairstyles? We have different artists, and it went in. You could sort of read this and stuff about the modern shag, and I was just screwing in with it. How much does it cost? So it gave a price, and again, the price for the haircuts. It's pulling that off the demo sheet. You can see it here for the the knowledge base on my AI offers. So that's one of the reasons why I was pulling this off. It has nothing to do with hair, so just know that when you read through this. And then so I said, yeah, I'll book one. So I said, do they have weekends? They said they have weekends available. And I say Saturday. I'm like morning if possible. And they give me some times. They're here, and they asked me, let's see here. Great, we have this time available. They asked me again to confirm my number and a name, and I gave a different at that point, just mess with it. And it's like your appointment's confirmed, big hair, and yes, that was pretty. It's then it switches, and it says right here, Jeff, did this illustrate well how your AI could handle customer interactions for your business? Sorry, I'm trying to speed this up because I don't want it to be boring, so you can read it or play with it. But I apologize if I'm misreading. I'm not doing that well. It was pretty cool. I was like, yeah, that was pretty cool. I'm glad that if you imagine the possibilities, faster response times, better customer satisfaction, and more leads by integrating AI, you can harness it to handle tasks from bookkeeping appointments to answering customer queries. Are you interested in experimenting with the new implement for Jeff's big hair? It's like, yes, I am. And then it was like, hey, here's some stuff about it. It was just like boom, boom. Let's see here. And then I just started messing with it. I was like, that's too expensive. It was like I understand because I wanted to see if it'd overcome some objections, which it did. And now, mind you, it's asking at this point, it's talking about the system and AI itself. It's not role playing anymore. So that was the things why I was messing with it. I want to say it was a little expensive. And then overcame it. And then I was like, yeah, but I'm not good at tech. And then overcame that objection. And then I said I need to speak with my partner and asked about that. And it's like I'm scared AI will take over the future. It's like don't worry about it. It's like can AI kill me? It was like no. I started messing with it a little bit. And then it's like do you like being an AI? I was just messing with it to see what it'd say. But yeah, if I'd wanted to, in this route, I actually went to buy it. So it didn't book an appointment, but it can easily book an appointment. If you went down that route, it's all good to go. Worked really hard on this one. And with that, let's go ahead and jump into now. This is the FAQ that I had, just an example. If anybody was curious what some of the docs that I had in here were, some of the FAQ and stuff like that. But the snapshot, the main thing you're going to need to add compared to the voice, the only thing you're going to need to add is wants payment. That's going to be something I'm going to talk about tomorrow during the workflows. It's a new workaround that I found so you can automate it to still make workflows fire using what's available inside voice. And we'll cover that tomorrow during the workflows video. And here is the actual prompt. Now, the way that you're going to want to put this in here is when you go into the primary bot here, doing this guy, you'll see you'll go in now. If you want to add a knowledge base, go ahead and add stuff about your stuff. Here, I'll go over how to set this up real quick, just start to finish, just so everybody knows. You got your name, your bot. This is the name it's going to represent itself. So whatever you want it to call itself, put it there. You've got your three different types. Autopilot is turned on, off, and suggestive. Don't use suggestive. It's just silly. I don't even know. It gives you suggestions on what you should say. There's like three of them. You pick between one. I don't know. I don't know. Go to autopilot, turns it on. These are all your different chat communication channels. You look right here, you can see all that's listed: live chat, widget, SMS, etc. It works on all of them. That's the cool thing about it. It does not matter. Realize on Instagram and Facebook, there is the 24-hour rule where if they haven't engaged with their channel, you can't talk with them within 24 hours. They have to engage with you so you can have dialect. But SMS and then, of course, the chat widget and live widget work on engagement. SMS is the best because it's always open on demand. They don't necessarily have to log into a chat widget or something or a chat bot to be able to get it. They can just text it. Then below it, you see you've got goes to your trial. Then you've got your business name. If the name is different than location, if the name were different, was the same, you just leave it blank, or you can fill it in. It's up to you. Next thing here, we've got wait time before responding. Now, a lot of people go, oh, you know what? I want to set this for 5 minutes because I don't want it initially to respond really fast, and I wanted to see more human-like. Well, first of all, I wouldn't try and hide that you're using AI. People get really upset if they feel like they've been duped or made, or or tricked or whatever. So it can be bad. Some don't mind, but the few that do get really upset. I found in the long run, it's just best to tell them off the beginning. Have the ability for them to have an option, like we did in voice, and they do here, to potentially go to a human member if you wanted to add that, but don't hide it. But anyway, some people will put this 5 minutes and they'll be like, well, I want to delay it. And you might do this too. You just might want more of delay. The problem is this is delay between every message, not just the initial message. So the conversation could take 10 years just to say 10 messages. So for me, I turn this all the way down to 1 second, just that way they can have like somewhat, because you got to think too, sometimes the AI will take a minute, maybe, or maybe even two, thinking, trying to figure out the answer and then sending it. So adding any time adds it on to think time as well as delivery time. So I just keep it as low as possible. That's totally up to you. Next thing's maximum amount of messages before it's going to shut down for that person. Now, for that person, if you want to restart it, you can go to Conversations tab, find that conversation, mark it as read, and then it will open up the bot back again. But this is limited to 25 conversations before it goes into like that sleep mode. Um, that's the max you can. I max it out every time. It's really up to you. Next thing you got here, these are the sleep time if you message or do something inside the workflow beyond the workflow itself. So I keep this at 5 minutes because I usually, if I talk to them or engage with them or do something like that, I want the bot to be able to kick back in right away within a reasonable amount of time once our conversation is done. Usually, when I'm talking to someone, there's not like more than 5 minutes goes in between that we're talking. It's up to you. I like these are the settings that I found that have worked the best for this. Once you're done with that, you've of course got the ability to sign up for the season AI, which again it's 2 minutes per or 2 cents per response for your on-demand pricing, where you can get it per use, or 99 for the unlimited agent AI, where you get unlimited. It speaks for itself. So next thing is we're going to get a bot training. Now, here's where you're going to input your URLs. You do not have to. You give your exact URL, all URLs within this path, which the path is the term or the lettering or text or numbering after the dash. So it's like funneldoc.com forward slash is what we're looking at. And then everything after that, sort of the path. And then domain is just like would be funneldoc.com, where the exact URL is exact URL. Now, it's going to pull all this information in here, like you're going to see in this one right here. We had it. That's the extra snapshot I was looking at now. It's going to pull them in here. Now, you're going to be able to do a couple things. You can see the data that it pulled in. You can refresh and you can delete. I highly recommend when you pull stuff in, look at the data. This is everything that is scraped off the site. Some of it will be useless. Like some of it's the bottom of the funnel, or if you depending on what site you're scraping, it could be like, their privacy policy and all different types of stuff that's totally useless. So you want to scrape or go through this, clean these out as much as possible whenever you scrape a site or a document or whatever you're scraping, because it will pull in like extra information that's you don't want to give too much to the AI where it can mess up. You know what I mean? You want to give it as limited important information as possible. So go through those, just open them up like this, read through it one at a time. You'll see the words that are used, etc., and then delete the stuff that you don't want it to use. And then, like I said, it does not auto refresh. So whenever you update any of these things, and you can be a website, you could be, a funnel, it can be anything like that. I like to use Google Docs a lot of times because I can format and lay out exactly what I want, like FAQs and stuff like that, like this one right here, which I was talking about, where it's got all the FAQ stuff for AI that sells itself. So, but anytime you update those, you're going to want to update it here. So just keep that in mind. The next thing you're going to want is, first of all, anytime you update or you change the bot. Remember when I showed you over here in this conversation that I hit the thumbs down? Where is it? Right here. Well, when you right, it's way up here. Right here, when you hit thumbs up, it remembers and it's good. And this does affect the bot. So you will want to, once you get going with this, use this to tailor your bot. You don't like a response, thumbs down. You like it, thumbs up. If you thumbs down, it's going to have a pop up that will show. And I guess it's going to show you right here. We'll show, but I won't change it. Thumbs down. And then what you can do is you can change this to match exactly what you want your response to be. And then you hit train bot. And then what it does is it trains the bot. Now, the reason why I'm telling you that is all those responses are going to appear here underneath this customized FAQ. They're just going to auto populate there whenever you thumbs down and you auto change something. And it's going to search here first. So if you ever need to re-change something that you changed in a workflow and you want to re-affect it or re-edit it, just know those will be here. Also, if there's any FAQ, you can do it like a doc like I did, or if you have frequently asked questions and responses you want to tailor make with the bot to do, this is where you'd want to do it. All you do is you come in here, you just ask the question, type in the answer that you want the bot to reply with, hit save, and it saves it. Then you can test it over here to the site. We're going to get that in a second because you can also test it on the next page, which is our bot goal page. So that's everything. So the next thing you're going to want to do is go to your goals. Now, again, this is where the prompt's going to be. We touched on it a minute ago, and we're going to really break it down here. So for this final prompt, I've got it broken down into where you are for your personality, and you're just going to copy and paste this. You're going to go right here. You're just going to go to personality. It's going to already have some in there. You're just going to go like this. Boom. Oh, well, sorry, I didn't paste it. I didn't copy it, obviously. You can copy or control C, whatever you're using for that. And you're just going to paste this in here. Boom, done. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to come down and copy the intent. I would copy the marked up format with that. So like this little part, you don't necessarily need this one, but right here for intent and flow steps, just put them in there. Better safe than sorry always. This is what works. You're going intent. You'll see I already put it in there. But what you'll do is you'll highlight it all and put it in there. The next thing you would do would be come down to additional information. You come down, and this is where you put the flow steps. Put all this stuff in here. Everything is going to be good to go. It all matches all the custom values, all the fields. It knows to do the nurture thing to where at the end it's going to update the status just like it did in voice. And again, you're just going to come right here and you're just going to paste this into the additional when you're done. Now, the three things that you want to turn on the booking. You're going to see because it's got the custom value. This is for your sales calendar for your AI. You're going to put that in. It's up to you if you want to pause the bot after that. You are going to want to use this trigger. You can have others. That's a great thing about this. So one thing you can do is multiple. And I might come up with more triggers to come off to this towards the end of the call. But mind you, these I'll fire after. They're not going to fire during like we could do during the voice. So maybe if you wanted I've got a way that I can show you can put payment to make it happen natively as well. But this could also, if you wanted the payment link to go out when it ends or anything like that, you could do that here. Mind you, it will book the appointment. But you do want, no matter what, to have 009 update status here. That's the one. So when the bot's done, it's going to update the status to lead, demoed, schedule an appointment, follow up, closed, or lost, I believe, one of those three. And the last one, now this could be once it's done, you can transfer it to another bot, which is sort of cool. You can have other bots, you come and they just be listed there. The thing is, what's that bot going to do? You know what I mean? It can maybe answer more questions. I don't know. Maybe in your workflow, maybe you have something I haven't figured out something yet that can be a handoff for that because this bot already answers all the questions, role plays with them, and then tries to sell them, and then books the appointment. So I don't know. So we'll see. But yeah, that's where we're at with all this guy. And as far as that goes, you're going to come over here to test it. I would test it here rather than in like chat or anything like that because those do have potential to run up potential costs. It's not going to be crazy, the tax are like 001 or something. I don't know. It's really inexpensive, but if you're sitting here for hours messing with it and you're doing it in text or in certain different like WhatsApp potentially, I don't know what the costs are, but I believe for Messenger, I don't think there is for Facebook or Instagram, but I believe there might be for WhatsApp. I don't quote me on that. I know there is for SMS. I'm just always trying to be cognizant of your extra cost. That's going to cost you to use, where here it's totally free. So I recommend testing your bot in here. And just anything you have right now, I wouldn't mess with the actual prompt itself, the way I've got it laid out, I was messing with it earlier and just a few changes in it and it wouldn't role play anymore, so just make sure not to mess with it right now. And tomorrow I'm going to be testing it and stuff and working with it again more and more and more, and perfecting it like I'm doing with the voice one. But we'll go over tomorrow the workflow. So hopefully that makes sense for everybody. I just wanted to give you the foundation for the chatbot. Tomorrow we'll go over the workflows. Now, the triggers that we are going to have, of course, is the appointment booked, which are the ones we just went over. You can only do one of those. And the contact info. The one thing that does suck is you can only have so many fields. I do have a payment sent one. I have one where they're going to pull in the situation role played, and the biggest roadblock. Remember, name, phone number, and email are auto pulled or auto populated whenever they say that in chat, so you don't need to use those. The payment sent one, I'm going to show you how I set that up tomorrow when we do the workflows and stuff and go through the different things, and make sure that we got everything set up so that we'll still do all the emails and everything like that. So you're literally, after tomorrow, well, there is coming the whole ecosystem. That's right. The next email series, I'm going to show you how to build an entire funnel sales ecosystem to sell your AI using this. So it's going to be the entire AI ecosystem you're going to get in the next series. But the next one's going to be workflows. And then once the workflow's done for part two for this, that's pretty much it, man. That's going to be pretty much it. It'll be good to go. You're going to have your whole AI team on autopilot that's going to be able to sell your AI for services by role playing. It's going to then move to potentially trying to close them, and then it's going to either schedule them on a call, or it's going to send them the payment link. And then it'll add them to need to be nurtured more. That's part of the status update. But yeah, it's going to be operate just like the voice. And when you're testing out, you'll see. It's just not as much fun, to be honest with you. I was playing with it a ton. It's just not as much fun to talk with it as to have to type it. But some people are going to engage with this. They're going to love it. I like this too because it has the ability to be, a chat widget. It could be SMS. It could be Facebook, Instagram, where voice is only on your phone. But it's pretty cool. This is going to be coming. They're going to be adding a lot. I talked to all the devs, not all the devs by any means, but I talked to the AI team, and there's a lot down the pipe in Q1 alone. It's going to have a lot more to it. So keep your eyes out for workflows tomorrow. Following up after the new year, my birthday's January 1st. Happy New Year, everybody, early. I'm going to be coming out with the whole ecosystem that's going to tie it all together, that's literally going to have you, and I'm going to show you how to build out the funnel. I'm going to show you how it's all structured, how you want text. We're going to use custom variables, so all of it will auto-populate with all your information for your agency. So you're going to have your AI, your chat, your voice that's going to sell everything, as well as a funnel you can send everybody to, that will have embedded in it not only the chat ability, but it'll have push button that you can use right inside the funnel and be able to talk to chat or voice and demo it, right? So they can demo it, chat, and they can demo voice if you want inside the funnel, right there. So that could, literally close them right there. They've got the form. Everything will be set up. You'll have it'll be integrated with your notifications for everything, for your booking appointments. Like everything is going to be done by after New Year's. It'll probably all be out by like the 5th or 6th. It's only like 3 segments as well. But by that point, and I'm going to show you everything. You're going to have all the workflows, you're going to have all the triggers, everything you need to know on how to set up everything to have your entire automated AI sales team that works on autopilot. So I'm so man, I'm so overjoyed with the amount of support and just results and action taking that's been happening. I've talked to multiple people that have used this to already make thousands of dollars, and that just warms the soul, going into 2025 and knowing that we're doing it, man. We're doing it. We're giving people the power to be able to sell AI, because that was one of the biggest things I had in this to talk about why I created this was since 2000 and 2 years ago, so 2022, in November when ChatGPT came out, 3, I knew everything was changing, so I made major shifts. Now fast forward to now, all this time I've been working with AI, selling AI services, yada yada, that type of thing. But one of my biggest things, the promise I always had, is like, how do you really sell it? Because people just don't understand it. If you're talking to a dentist or could be a chiropractor or whatever the niche is or whatever, those people are experts in their niche. They don't understand marketing or AI or anything. Some do, but very few do. So you have to have something to where they can have that light bulb moment. Because here's the problem: me as the expert in everything, I can sit here and tell you how it's going to do everything and how it's going to work. But if it doesn't, it's just not going to give you that moment. You want them to have that moment where they're like, oh, now I get it. And that's really what this demo, both in chat and voice, gives, is the ability for them to say, oh, I see how this would work and could replace whatever. I'm not saying that, yes, it will. I'm going to say it. It will replace setters and basic entry level staff or stuff like that, just because it can be more consistent, more reliable than them right now, and doesn't cost. And here's the thing, it's just the way future is. I'm sorry to say, there's when the whole evolution of the car came out, people that rode horses were upset. When all the coal industry and steam, there's always a next. So this is the next. So if you're watching this, be aware that you are right now leading an AI revolution. You are leading a charge, and it might not seem like that because you might talk to a lot of people and they might know a lot of stuff about AI. But realize, once you step outside this AI echo chamber, nobody right now is using, maybe 5 to 10% of the entire world logs in or uses AI with any regularity or knowledge. So realize you have the position right now to become an expert in your field, in your industry, or whatever it want to be. Just realize too that when you label yourself as an expert right now with AI, none of us are really experts. It's evolving too fast, so be careful with that. Just realize that you can be a leader in that. You know what I mean? But it's always evolving, it's always changing. So just stay on top of it, but realize right now you can be one of those people. This is the time of .com, of all the different opportunities that come along. This is the one. So please take advantage of it, because AI is here whether we like it or not. You've got billion-dollar businesses, Google, Microsoft, Facebook, dumping billions, not millions, billions of dollars into AI. This is the future, whether we like it or not, because big businesses is going to force it down our throat. So I want to embrace it and be a knowledge and understanding and be a leader and a mover in it, versus being one of those people who are of that other 85%. I said there's up to 15, so I don't want to be that 85%. And that's why I'm doing all this, and that's why I'm giving you that power to be able to understand this, to be able to use this, to be able to sell it. And this also allows so many people that maybe you're a great builder of AI, a voice or chat or whatever, but you just didn't do this yet. Maybe this is, you're learning from this, or you get some ideas from it or whatever, but maybe you're good at that, but you don't know how to sell. This allows you to sell, to have your perfect sales team that understands overcome objections, that understands how to be able to answer questions. And it's only going to get better, just like everything else, because I'm going to keep perfecting it. Well, anyway, I know this went a little longer because I got a little excited towards the end. So thanks again so much for watching today's video. I'm out of here. Peace.